or head to their location on Stoughton Road today. The MLB postseason got started today. The Milwaukee Brewers don't play in the wild card round as they secured the number 1 seed in the National League. They will play the winner of the Cubs and Padres wild card series. Earlier today, Jeff Levering joined Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, and he thinks that the Cubs would be the best matchup for the Milwaukee Brewers.
But I do think that might be the easiest path to get through the division series. The Brewers have played the Cubs. They've played them tough. They know exactly what they're going to get with the Chicago Cubs. I think that the Brewers can beat the Cubs. I think the Brewers can beat anybody, which is great. But I think they have a better opportunity to beat the Chicago Cubs.
Currently, the Chicago Cubs lead the San Diego Padres 2-1 in the bottom of the 7th in Game 1 of the 3-game wild card series. Jim, Matt, and Molly starts right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow. Oh.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin App, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other.
Jeez.
Jim's an onion. You got to peel back the layers to get to the good part.
He's not just a basic Bears fan.
This is utterly preposterous that I've even heard that. Live from Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. I think I just was way too loud for Coach Barry Alvarez, Molly Brown. So maybe you can help to make sure that we don't have it too loud in his ears.
This scared me.
Yeah, I do that. I started the show actually more chill than I normally start.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. At the mountains, you believe you know what to do.
And that's Crush a Coors Light.
I'm Jim Rutledge. I have the power in the Everlight Solar Studio alongside Molly Brown and Matt Hamilton. Primetime Warshon behind the glass. I startled Barry Alvarez yesterday.
This scared me.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, a hot
You
start to
scared
the
me.
show. But if you have the open, it's not quite my normal level. I don't know if you can pull that up there, Ryan. But
Just 1 sec.
all right, because you let me know when it's ready. I purposely didn't want to startle Coach.
This scared me.
I scared him.
Ready to go when you are, Jim.
Fire it up. Live from Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. I think I just was way too loud for Coach Barry Alvarez, Molly Brown. So maybe you can help to make sure that we don't have it too loud in his ears.
This scared me.
Yeah, I do that. I started the show actually more chill than I normally start. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's Carbos Talk text line. List is more. Got Jason. Oh, go on.
I'm just trying to find the video now. I'm looking on YouTube.
Video of Jim scaring Barry
Yeah,
Alvarez?
Barry
Yeah.
This
jumping.
scared me.
Of course.
So on the video, unfortunately, you don't quite see it because it was still so early in the show. We still had a break graphic up. You only see Barry Alvarez's face looking at the camera, petrified, after Jim Rutledge just scared him out of his boots.
This scared me.
Or his penny loafers, I should say.
Could you imagine if he was on our show and Jim started with his, "It is"?
Jim?
Right? No kidding, huh? You want me to startle them? Or what do you mean, Jim? It is?
No, I'm saying, that was pulled back for you?
Yes.
That was dialed back.
Yeah,
I
he had
thought
to
the
be
same
quiet.
thing.
He was an
Absolutely.
intimate Roos Chris with Barry Alvarez.
Ooh.
He had to be a little.
Speaking of
This scared me.
Molly and I had another road trip today. I'm kidding. But we did have another road trip today.
We did have another road trip.
Went out to see a potential new partner with ESPN Madison, so hopefully they'll be working with us. Then on the way back, Molly, we stopped at North and South Seafood and Smokehouse.
We did, and I got a soggy salad.
It wasn't soggy, was it?
No. It was perfect. It was so funny, though, because Rick in DeForest, he handed it to me, and he's like, here's your soggy salads. I was like, amazing. This is what I want.
And then we
They're not
talked.
soggy.
We talked to JD
Correct.
over at North and South in DeForest. He's a Bears fan and a Cubs fan, so he and I had a good time. Ran into a old friend of the station named Jack. He remembered our former general manager, Ken Rovac, so had a nice chat with him. Molly sat through a jump around air check because on the shows here we get checked. We'll get checked tomorrow to see how we're doing, and so Molly's giving me directions and everything like that. And then when we got back here, Molly ordered what was the salad?
Firecracker chicken salad.
So she talked me into a firecracker chicken salad because you normally get the buffalo. Is that what one you normally get?
No, that's the one I normally get.
Oh, that's the one you get. Okay, so I was like, I'll do the Molly, and so, but she said you want chicken or shrimp. I was like, you know what? I'll go with shrimp. Nobody at my house likes seafood. I'll do shrimp. So we get back here.
And I don't like seafood.
And Molly doesn't like seafood. So we get back here. Molly has to hop into a meeting right away. I sit down. She's like, go ahead and just put my salad on my desk. And I was like, great. So I get my salad, and I, obviously put the dressing in it, and I shake it up, toss the salad. And
Go on.
I take one bite, and I say, this doesn't taste like shrimp.
Okay. I like where you're at right now.
I said, this
I
tastes
think I'm following.
This tastes like chicken. So I said, oh no, in my head, I have tossed and eaten Molly's salad. What do I do?
You just scared me.
It startled Molly because I had to shoot her a text to inform her that I had eaten and tossed her salad. And I'm trying to see what her response was.
I'm mortified.
I think it said, it's okay, do what you want. I think that's what the reply was.
I was in the middle of a meeting.
Yeah. Ha, all good, you can do whatever. That was the response.
Nice.
Is that what
The last thing you want to hear is a ha-ha.
Right.
Dude, that is such a good laugh, Molly.
Stop. I hate that
Yeah,
laugh.
no, that's not going anywhere.
I'm not laughing on the show again.
Okay.
So 844-770-3776. That's Carl's Talking Text Line.
What are you
List
gonna ask
is more. Have you ever accidentally eaten the salad of a teammate? It was an accident. I accidentally tossed the salad for Molly and then ate
I'm
her
mortified.
salad. Have you ever eaten a teammate's salad or meal?
No.
That sounded really
not.
silly.
Yes, you did. You stole somebody's protein shake like 2 weeks ago.
No, it was mine.
No,
It was a stolen protein shake, yes.
Was it someone else's?
Yes.
Oh, no.
We
then,
found that out after.
Yeah, I literally asked everybody if this is anyone else's, and then I don't know what they're putting their food in our fridge for.
You know
but-
what's hilarious?
Well, it's our boss, so
He actually walked
he can
up.
do what he wants.
Matt at one point walked up to me and asked, "Ryan, is this my protein shake?"
Yes, that's what he asked me too.
Because I thought I drank all of them. I thought it was empty, and then I saw one in there. It's the same one I always buy.
There's like 5 people in our office that buy the exact same protein shakes from Costco.
We all shop at Costco. So the question is, Matt, all innuendos aside, would you eat a salad that I took a bite of and tossed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you put the chicken that you ate back into the salad, or did you just finish
No, I
that
ate
piece of chicken?
like one piece of chicken.
Okay.
I wouldn't have done that. No.
Thank God.
So did you? I'll say, did you eat the salad that I tossed and ate out of?
Yeah, it was
okay,
good.
Well, because I did offer, Matt. I said, like, you can have mine. I can just take the shrimp out and you can eat the salad and we can switch out the chicken or shrimp. And that was the haha, do whatever sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to start just digging around in her salad and just removing chicken and putting shrimp in.
Yeah.
Like, that felt a bridge too far. I mean, you can
That
accidentally
felt a bridge too far.
You can accidentally
That-
toss someone's salad, absolutely. You can accidentally
Swapping
eat their
proteins
salad.
was too far,
Yes.
but not
Swapping
everything
proteins
else you said
was-
leading up to that.
Swapping proteins was the bridge too far.
Okay.
Swapping
Yes.
protein sounds disgusting.
As opposed to eating the salad or tossing it.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Of your
Eating protein.
teammates.
That sounded really silly.
Ryan
I
doesn't want to
like
get
my
involved.
curling teammates, but I've never tossed and eaten their salads.
Shared protein? Because you shared protein with Ashton here.
Yep. Yeah, probably have
Because
those.
that was like a muscle milk, right? Was it like a
Yeah,
chocolate
something
muscle
like
milk?
that.
Yeah.
Those muscle milk.
Are those good? I've always seen them at the store.
They're fine.
Okay.
Guys, what are we doing?
Better than most.
Trying to change the subject. Ryan has not answered the question. Have you accidentally eaten someone's salad or tossed it or eaten someone's food here at the office?
Or maybe someone's orange cream
Or asparagus?
beverage drink.
I've drank other people's drinks. I have not eaten
On
other
purpose
people's
or on
eats.
accident?
By accident. It was by accident. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not just trying to steal energy drinks from around the office. Okay, there's a lot of different brands. They all have a lot of the same colors, and sometimes when there's different flavors, but the colors are almost identical, it's hard to tell them apart when you're just reaching in the fridge. So yeah, don't always notice.
Yeah, fair enough.
That is fair. And to be full like when I
Not what Matt Hamilton did, where he goes, "Is this my protein shake, Ryan?" Like people are doing an accounting of his drinks in the fridge for him.
So wait, which was worse?
I was doing my best to make sure it wasn't like I had purchased this. I was
But why
trying
would Ryan
to
know?
Yes, exactly.
because I
It'd be like me
assumed
turning to Hopper and sales like, did I just toss Molly salad? And he'd have to be like, I don't know. Did you?
That sounded really silly.
I was under the impression
And eat it.
that is our fridge.
Yes.
Everyone else keeps
Our
their
show
stuff.
fridge.
Yes.
Our show fridge.
Yeah.
So between you, Molly, and Ryan, I thought if I checked with all three of them and it's not theirs, it's probably mine.
That is fair.
Wait,
So, Ryan just willy-nilly, here's a bubbler that I'm pretty sure I put in here. I'm just grabbing, not even looking at the
not
label.
Ryan's. I'm saying my faux pas. Because I felt bad. Because I'm like, initially I'm like, oh, whatever. And I'm like, wait, Molly doesn't like seafood. I have
Didn't
to.
she
Do you
recommend it?
Yes, but
she
I
got-
get the firecracker chicken.
she got
I've had
chicken.
the shrimp. It's good.
And
I just like
I
chicken
usually
better.
get the chicken too. So I was like, I'm eating it. I'm like, wait, this tastes like chicken, not shrimp. I'm eating Molly's salad. Now what? Like, what do I do? Like, what's the next step? And
Next
so
step
then
was
I
to
felt,
text
then I shot her a text and said I accidentally ate your salad. But the good news is I tossed it for you. Was it so at least there's that part of it.
Yeah.
It was a good salad.
It was a great salad. Shout out to our friend.
Thank you.
So Ryan, which one is worse though? Like not knowing your own stuff and then drinking someone else's protein drink, or accidentally eating someone's salad and tossing it? But you told them
That one.
So, but I gave her a heads up, so she was not unaware. Molly was aware that it happened.
Yeah, otherwise I
Well,
would have been like,
that's
why the
very-
hell is
I
her
mean-
dress?
I would hope so.
Yeah, no kidding. Otherwise, she'd be a lot like Barry Alvarez.
This scared me.
Startled the heck out of Molly.
I do think there's something to be said for the fact that Matt Hamilton tried to do his due diligence, but didn't do it nearly enough to just like directly ask other people whose drink it could be. But just asking people around him, like the people closest to him, do you know if this is mine? Do you keep track of my things for me? That's the thing that I
Matt
think
is
is a
a
little more
child.
disappointing.
Yeah,
I
most
know.
people around me, the people that I surround myself with, are the ones that do keep track of my stuff too.
No, we don't.
Well,
Not,
who got me
wait,
this show sheet? Oh, thanks, Ryan. You got that for me, didn't you? This is my show sheet.
Well,
and you
that's
gotten it for me.
for
Your
the show.
argument is.
Who got you that shirt? Oh, me.
Yeah. Oh, Molly got me the shirt. Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Perfect.
did. Yes, that's
Matt,
right.
Jim, did you get him that football?
No, he bought
He
that
actually
for
got-
All right, you should take it back from him.
None of us are going to spend money on Kurt Benkert's balls.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, the Dime Lab.
Oh yeah, the great legendary quarterback Kurt Benkert.
Yep.
Yeah.
Madden
3
quarterback.
snaps for the Packers. 1 snap for the Packers.
That is neat.
How do you go from 3 to 1?
I can't remember. I just know he has -2 rushing yards career.
Nice.
Packer fans want the ultimate Lambeau VIP experience. Jim, Matt, and Molly are teaming up with Miller Lite to hook you up. Every Miller Lite purchase gets you an entry to win tickets to the December 7th Packers game with us. That's right, Jim, Matt, and Molly. The crew is giving you a VIP experience with exclusive access to the Tundra Trio pregame party. You and a guest could be living it up at Lambeau, Miller Lite style, with Jim, Matt, and Molly. All you have to do is head to any of the following locations and get yourself some Miller Lite. Missouri Tavern, Tanner's, Village Green, or X-Golf are just some of the great locations. We're going to come back, and we're going to hear Matt LaFleur describe a car crash. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
It's not tight. I'm not tight.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
So now they're basically saying you can have an elite defender, like edge rusher and quarterback tackler, but without the elite quarterback, it's not enough to.
Quarterback tackler?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
That's what Micah Parsons is. He's not a run stop guy.
Jordan Love is a ball thrower. What are we
He
saying?
is. That is facts.
It's word salad.
Oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed.
On 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Medicine on YouTube.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and Southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
I really struggled with choosing a career path. I had so many interests and couldn't decide what to do. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I'm figuring it all out, making friends and connections along the way. Coming here is the best decision I ever made. My advice to others? Just take the first step. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
At Siding Unlimited, we're really excited for the fall season. Not only are we proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, we are also fired up for an exciting fall season cheering on football and volleyball. If that's not enough, we're really excited to share with you that Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's best window and door installation team. Siding Unlimited is a Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award winner 5 times. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
When it comes to your health, do you want to buy something online or do you want to meet with someone local? A local doctor with a family-owned business that cares about you. That's right, you want to meet with Nestor Rodriguez and Ashley Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. You have questions about cryotherapy, red light therapy, hormone replacement treatments, GLP-1s, or you just want to have a great workout. Carbon World Health is there for you. They have a new location in Sun Prairie and they have their original location in Madison. So when it comes to your health, there's nowhere better to go than Carbon World Health in Madison and now in Sun Prairie.
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
I'm John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. We've been at the heart of many magical moments, from engagements to weddings to sweet 16s. It warms my heart to be a part of these moments for 40 years with people I consider family. With the highest standards and an eye for classic beauty, enjoy a warm boutique setting at Goodman's Jewelers, where integrity shines in every gem. At 220 State Street, Goodman's Jewelers, the Diamond Store, Madison, since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
God knows. I am reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on. I need her, my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me. That could my seat. IP ownership. The blueprint is by me. Mr.
Jim Matt Molly continues live from the Everlight Solar Studio. Matt Hamilton, Molly Brown, Jim Rutledge with you. Primetime Laura Sean behind the glass. I'm doing my best not to be distracted. The Cubs are up 2-1 over San Diego. Bottom of the 8th. They have 2 men on base. The winner of this series takes on the Milwaukee Brewers. I'm sure we'll get into that as the week goes along, but we probably can at least let one game play out. It's a best of 5 series, so whoever wins best of 3 series.
So it'll be over by Thursday at the latest, and then the Brewers will be taking on whoever wins on Saturday. So, TBD on the time of the game, depending on TBS's broadcast schedule.
We can get into all that, but we still need to kind of continue our autopsy of the Packers' loss, Packers tie against Dallas.
And you can say loss.
And their loss against Cleveland, though. I mean, it's been a bad 2 weeks.
Yep.
And there's a lot of questions we're going to ask Jason Wilde, but Jason Wilde asked a great question of Matt LaFleur today. Let's hear Jason's question and Coach LaFleur's answer.
Jordan comes off after the incompletion that leaves the 1 second left, and you're not ranting and raving and yelling at him, but you can see on the TV you talk to him. So what's the message there?
I don't even know, because it was like watching a slow motion car crash in front of your face, where I'm just looking at the clock and I'm like, oh my God, there's going to be no time left. I mean, it's a very humbling experience to go through that, and it's unacceptable, quite honestly. So, and there's nothing we can do about it now other than we better learn from it, everybody. I'm sure it'll be a teach tape for around the league, to be honest with you.
That's honestly the best way to describe how that entire game felt, but especially the overtime, like a slow-moving car crash. That's exactly what it was. It was absolutely disgusting. And he sounds gutted by it too, which I'm glad, and I hope that he learned a lesson, I guess, is like the positive to take out of it.
Yeah, but he goes, that's a teaching moment. It's like, you're the coach, man. Are you just going to pawn off this, teach the players on that? Like, to me, the way he said it made it sound like this is like he was the principal and he doesn't have any role over teaching anybody. The teachers or the coordinators are the ones who have to teach the players. And
I didn't take it like that.
Yeah,
that didn't sound like that to you?
No, I think he's saying that like he has to teach them, but also.
Are you talking about the teach tape aspect?
No, he was saying they have to learn.
So yeah, we can play it again. Maybe if we can edit the cut just to go to LaFleur's answer. But the part at the very end, I didn't want to cut Molly off, where he says that'll be on teach tape around the league. So that was so bad that will be shown around the league, which indicates that obviously the Packers have done that before too, with like boneheaded mistakes and showing other people being like, don't do this, which made me think, watching that game and seeing the reaction, and the Packers, as we talked about yesterday, were 1 second away from being a national punchline. Mm-hmm. But you also had a tiny little glimpse into what it's been like to be a Bears fan. That was Matt Eberflus, Caleb Williams. Now, what happened last year? Matt Eberflus was fired and Caleb Williams was a rookie. But that's what that looked like Sunday night.
I mean, you see
Thanksgiving game. Yep.
Clock management out of a bunch of teams. I remember a couple years ago, like Dak and Mike McCarthy had an absolute brain fart towards the end of a game, and it looked like they totally wasted like a minute of their 2-minute drill.
And they threw it like right down the middle of the field or something.
Yeah, and they weren't able to get there. They spiked it, thinking they'd have enough time, and they ended up spiking it at 0.
And Dak not elite. Let's hear the clip again.
It was like watching a slow motion car crash in front of your face, where I'm just looking at the clock. I'm like, oh my God, there's going to be no time left. I mean, it's a very humbling experience to go through that, and it's unacceptable, quite honestly. So, and there's nothing we can do about it now other than we better learn from it, everybody. I'm sure it'll be a teach tape for around the league, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think I just misheard that.
He did say we better learn from it, everybody. So he's including himself into that. I think he's being nice with that because, again, Jordan Love has started over 30 games. You have to know in your third year that in that situation, and they drill it, he was told that in their last time out, they had a plan. The plan was to go to the end zone twice, and Ryan talked about it yesterday. I don't think we have audio on it, but LaFleur's philosophy is out of bounds.
Ozone is what he called it. It was what the team called it. Out of bounds or in the end zone.
Yeah.
Yes, and Jordan knows that. And to throw the check down, put them behind the 8 ball. And then Jordan did, honestly, and I hate to bring up but it reminded me a ton of the Bears versus the Lions when Caleb panicked. Eberflus, in that case, had a timeout. That's why it was more on Eberflus than Caleb, because Caleb's a rookie, and he panicked. He goes up to the line because same thing. Mm-hmm. They had 2 plays called. They throw it inbounds. They didn't. He was told to run 2 plays, so he gets up there and goes, well, coach said to run 2 plays. Coach has a timeout, so unless something changes, I'm going to do it. He's trying to call a play. He's trying to call an audible. He throws the ball down the field. Time runs out. They don't even get a chance to kick it. They're a national embarrassment. This case, same thing happens, except thank God it hit Jack Sanborn in the back because then the clock stopped and saved the Packers from being a national embarrassment. So it is mind-blowing because Eberflus, obviously a fired coach, and the coordinator, Jordan Love, just carved up. And then obviously Caleb Williams was a rookie at that point in like probably game 10.
But isn't it almost worse because it's like it's just a 2-minute drill. Isn't this something that they should regularly practice? Like, you should be practicing this throughout the entire season.
It didn't feel like the urgency of a 2-minute drill, did
That's what I mean. Like, they should, like, isn't this just something that they should be? I don't know how it is pros versus college. I would assume that college practices these things more and more and more. But like I would imagine that in the NFL, you're still trying to practice that because you still got to have that chemistry. You got to have that cohesion when it comes to the clock is ticking down.
I'm willing to bet they do 2-3 2-minute drills a week
all the time.
Like,
this is
sessions.
So like for Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur, like you don't need to be a Hall of Fame quarterback to make a 2-minute drill successful. You literally just need to be competent.
No,
you need
but
to understand what's all going on around you and be cognizant of everything.
The biggest problem of that whole situation is exactly what Jim was saying. Like, Jordan Love can't throw the check down.
Mm-hmm.
Throw it away.
Mm-hmm.
You get rid of it, you might still have that. You obviously it's third
10
down
seconds?
now,
Yeah.
but if you throw, it was more than 10 seconds. They started running that
28, right?
That's when they snap that play. 6 seconds run off, he throws it to him. If that ball's out the back of the end zone and you have 16 seconds, you might even have one crack across the middle for a first down, and you're on that goal line again.
So Matt LaFleur did talk a little bit more about the lack of urgency towards the end of the game and the difference between their tempo when they're in no huddle versus going into the 2-minute in that final, 2 minutes of overtime. Here's what he had to say.
Where we have to clear up the communication is when we're not in 2-minute mode and then you jump into 2-minute mode, everybody on the field has to know that and they have to operate as such. And we were operating more of our, no huddle tempo, which isn't warp speed, whereas 2-minute is got to be warp speed. It just wasn't, it's a bad look, quite honestly. And, that's why you get a bad result as well. But it's just the communication and process have got to be cleaned up because we can't allow that ever to happen again.
So my issue with that comment is you ran the ball, you had your third down, or you had a down where you called a timeout. Like, I understand you're trying to recall a play. That is when everybody on the field should know that you are flipping to that 2-minute offense. Like, we're chunking the ball down the field. We're trying to get into field goal range. Now that we're in field goal range, I just burned my last timeout.
Yep.
Find some urgency now.
Yeah, Matt, but you're right. But the only person that talks to LaFleur in these scenarios is Jordan Love.
And Rich Bisaccia.
But I'm saying that Jordan Love is the one that's supposed to go tell the team that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're right. Matt LaFleur should be telling Jordan Love.
Tell the water boys that are running out and feeding everybody water. Hey, 2-minute drill, by the way.
Matt, this is the process. And it goes back to Jordan Love not elite, not because of his physical play, but because, again, fourth quarter against Cleveland, interception. Halftime against against the Cowboys, a brutal sack, and then he fumbled it, but he shouldn't have taken the sack in that scenario. Like, you can't put yourself with the ball in harm's way, and like that's elementary football. And then at the end of the game, he throws a check down and doesn't follow the basic rules of the 2-minute, does not communicate to the team that they're in a 2-minute. So all those sorts of things are the things that make Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers elite and make Jordan Love good. If Jordan Love was elite, the Packers are 4-0. He's good, so they're 2-2.
2-1-1.
2-1-1, you're right.
Brandon in Tulsa says on the Carbos Talking text line 844-770-3776. He says, honestly feel for Coach LaFleur here. His answer to Jason's question was as close as he can get to saying, quote, Jordan knows better, been in the league for 6 years. There's nothing more I can teach the dude about playing quarterback. He just effed up, period.
And Rip Arona chimes in overtime, the whole drive, it seemed like they didn't want to leave Dallas any time, which makes zero sense. So according to Matt LaFleur, that was not the plan. It was a urgency thing that was not being matched by Jordan Love and the players on the field. So I want to get...
It totally makes sense, though. Like, they weren't able to stop Dallas in the second half of that football game.
I don't think they wanted to leave
at all. Don't give Dak and them any time.
And also, Aubrey is an elite kicker.
I think they were trying to get it to, like, less than 20. Like, something that you felt like... Because I don't think Dallas had... Maybe they had one timeout.
No.
I don't believe they
didn't
had
have
any
any
timeouts.
I mean, because even if you kick the ball with like 10 seconds left and Dallas gets 10
so-
seconds, McManus tackles him on the 45-yard line, and Aubrey's got to kick a long one.
Yeah, I don't.
Hurts
I
is
think-
back again, you mean?
I don't think they were trying to get it to zeros. I think they were trying to. You're right. 25, 30 seconds with no timeouts. That's pretty hard to pull off, no matter how great your kicker is. 844-770-3776. That's Carbos Talking text line. This is more. Our Siding Unlimited poll question, because we're really having a conversation here about LaFleur as a coach and Jordan Love as a QB. So I want to ask this question. We, before the show, kind of just decided, you know what? Kyle Shanahan is kind of the what's this?
McVay.
Well, I know that, but what would you call the the stump, the root of the he's the root of this tree. Like he's the trunk.
Tree.
He's the trunk of this coaching tree, Kyle Shanahan.
Okay.
But the most successful branch of this is Sean McVay. So we decided to, out of the Shanahan coaching tree, there's lots of great coaches out of it. We decided to pick Sean McVay because McVay's the one that's got the Super Bowl win. And so would the Packers be better off with Sean McVay as their coach, or, and we all just kind of agreed Patrick Mahomes is still the gold standard at quarterback, or Patrick Mahomes at quarterback? So really asking, is this a coach or is this a player problem? 844-770-3776. It's Carbon's Talking Text line. This is more. Would the Packers be better off with Sean McVay as head coach or Patrick Mahomes as their quarterback? Jordan and Madison chimes in. They didn't want to leave time in case they had to kick the field goal. It's on Love for not executing the end one or nothing plays.
Yeah.
I'm just confused with where the Packers are at with Jordan Love. And to me, that's an indicator of he's good, not great. And it's not the physical. That's not what separates these guys. Jordan Love can make just about any throw any quarterback can make. But so can a lot of QBs. Mm-hmm. And Jordan Love knows this offense. The only thing that throws Jordan Love off, and it seems counterintuitive because we saw him run, and he's more athletic than, like, let's say, Jared Goff or some of these other guys, is that when he has pressure in his face, or when he's flustered, basically, so at the end, when the pressure's a little bit higher, he makes some dumb mistakes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That makes you a good quarterback, but I think you still can win with that quarterback, win a Super Bowl with that quarterback, but it doesn't make you elite. So I'm tired of the argument about people giving me the stats about Jordan Love and saying he's elite. There's a lot of stats that can make a QB look really good.
Just the numbers against Dallas, he looked really good on paper.
Yes.
But if you watched that game, you would not feel like that was elite quarterback play, but 300-plus yards,
but if
3 tutties.
If he would have won in overtime, does that change your opinion? Then he would have been like, that was an elite game for Jordan Love.
If he threw a touchdown at the end, if that ball is completed to Matthew Golden,
that's a very good quarterback
let's say it didn't even go into overtime. Let's say that the defense stopped him when the Packers were up 37-34, whatever it was.
Well, you still blame him a little bit for the strip sack. But
you were just saying yesterday that wasn't a game changer.
No, that was definitely a tide turner.
So I look at it like this, that right now,
I was saying, like, is that really his fault? And the more I think about it, Jim had convinced me that he should probably get rid of that ball. You're better off taking the sack there than you are giving up that fumble, obviously.
Dak Prescott. So to your point, though, if he starts making those plays, then you can start rewriting history. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying I have to see it. And right now it looks more like he is going to be Dak Prescott level quarterback, who, again, I don't call him Mr. Mid. I think he's good. Molly, I know you agree with me. Mm-hmm. He's got 2 playoff wins.
I think he's mid-plus now.
So Dak Prescott,
yeah.
So Dak Prescott, honestly, his biggest knock on him is he gets hurt. Because there's been years he might have won MVP if he didn't get hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's 2-5 in the playoffs. Jordan Love is 1-2.
Yeah, 1-2. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So one more, 1 and out. And all of a sudden, he's looking like Dak in there. Like, he's trending towards that. So, I think Dak is good. But I think we need to be looking at Jordan Love through the prism of he is a very good or good quarterback to very good quarterback who can make elite plays from time to time. But the truly elite quarterbacks are consistent from the start of the game to the end of the game every single week of the season.
Yeah.
And that's where Jordan Love doesn't meet that expectations. Matt, I know that we all think Kugels is elite.
Yes, because they are consistent and consistently delicious. They've got a flavor for every moment. You know, I tell you all these great flavors that are year-round. Right now, there's some fantastic seasonals you can get your hands on. The Kugels Red Lager, the Rima Estered Vienna-style lager that's dry-hopped, locally sourced Wisconsin hops. The Barrel Man Ale, which you should be drinking right now because this is when the Brewers need you the most. They've got the Kugels Legacy Ale, which is also an amber ale, delicious. That's got the little Packer vibes to it. The Oktoberfest, which really is one of my favorite beers, mostly because I only drink it around this time of year. It's just for special moments. This Leinie's Oktoberfest, too, is so drinkable. It's not too malty or too heavy. It's just very well balanced. You can have a couple of them if you're hanging out by a fire, or if you're just soaking in those last moments of boat time like I have been with these beautiful days here in this early fall start. And obviously the grapefruit shandy, all delicious. So Kugels, that Wisconsin beer with the German tradition. Check them out wherever you get delicious beer. And remember, you got to be 21 years or older to enjoy.
If you are curious, the Cubs have won their first playoff game. They have one more to go, and then they'll be facing the Milwaukee Brewers right here on ESPN Madison. We'll talk to Jason Wilde next.
This is Martin Selsaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bars of the Month. Listen to Jim, Matt, and Molly every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy the best High Life specials in Madison. Plus, to celebrate our love for dive bars, we'll be giving away a case of Miller High Life to one lucky fan every Thursday. Live the high life with Jim, Matt, and Molly and enjoy the champagne of beer in its natural environment. Like Utica Bar, Paoli Pub and Grill, the Pub at Pleasant Springs, and the Nitty Gritty in Sun Prairie. You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. Jim Rutledge here. What is a better buying experience? Well, that's the thing. You get to define it. It is the experience that is customized to you. What experience do you want at a car dealership? They can be your trusted friend or your trusted expert. So if you're in the market for a new or new to you Silverado, Colorado, Blazer, Trailblazer, remember, you're only minutes away from a better buying experience. And that's at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
It's football season in Wisconsin and the energy is electric. Get ready to fuel up the hype with Monster Energy. With bold flavors and that legendary kick, Monster gives you the power to go all 4 quarters. Whether you're tailgating before the big game, watching with friends at home, or catching every play at your favorite spot. Because game day isn't just about football. It's about bringing the energy wherever you are. Stop by your local Piggly Wiggly to pick up a Monster Energy drink today. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Immediate live show streaming. A homepage customized just for you. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app.
So does this automatically mean Super Bowl or bust for the Green Bay Packers?
No doubt. Yep.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's all right to be critical, but to go as far as,
fire the coach.
The coach is like ridiculous.
I agree. I'd like to see the person that said that.
Everything in the palm of your hand. Available in the Apple and Android App Store. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app today.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
Want to join the fastest growing home solar company in the nation and work in the fastest growing industry in the world? Everlight Solar has open positions in the Madison area and in their newly open Milwaukee location. As Wisconsin's largest home solar company, Everlight Solar offers great opportunities to gain new skills and advance your career. Don't miss the chance to join the Everlight Solar team. Visit everlightsolar.com to apply today. Save money, save the planet, and start with Everlight Solar.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Gruber Law Offices will fight for the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Hey, it's Molly Brown from Jim, Matt, and Molly. I've been drinking ZOA Energy for a while now, and I absolutely love it. ZOA is my go-to beverage when I need a boost without the crash that comes with other energy drinks. It's packed with natural ingredients like vitamin B and C, electrolytes, and has 0 sugar. It fuels my workouts and busy days. I recently had twins, and I have a toddler, so I need all of the energy I can get. Head over to ZOAEnergy.com to find the location nearest to you to pick up some ZOA for yourself. ZOA Energy for balance and drive.
This is Martin Selsaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Jason, Quick
You
question.
are one of one.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
Thank you for helping me prove my point, Molly. Because
You're welcome.
my point. Well, I love Matt Hamilton. That's going to be a hot key.
I said fart in the bathtub. She said gross.
Do you have a question for Jason, or how is he supposed to respond to this?
He asked the questions to me. No bad.
By hanging up.
Jason Wilde is on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
What's up with that? What's up with that?
That is Jason Wilde's theme music. Matt Hamilton is here alongside Molly Brown. I am Jim Rutledge. Primetime Laura Shine behind the glasses. Jim, Matt, and Molly. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. And Jason, how are you doing on this unseasonably hot week, basically, but an unseasonably hot Tuesday here?
Just feeling grateful that I get to talk to Matt Hamilton.
Look, we have the same. You talk to him about as much as we do, so yeah.
Hi, Jason. I'm thrilled you're on the show today.
I'm thrilled you're on the show today.
Touche.
Oh, that was a sweet little love fest.
Jason's been on our show more than
Hamilton.
Jason, I love your question to Matt LaFleur about the end of the game. We can play his answer. Jason doesn't need to hear himself, and then we'll play the audio here. And I wanted to know what you made of it, because I thought I'll just give my opinion first. I thought it was a pretty spot on indictment of the quarterback. Now, he didn't come out and say this is the quarterback's fault. He's a coach. He kind of put it on everyone. But you're in the 6th year in the league. You can't look like Matt Eberflus and Caleb Williams at the end of the Detroit game against the Lions. This isn't Detroit. So let's hear the clip.
It was like watching a slow motion car crash in front of your face, where I'm just looking at the clock. I'm like, oh my God, there's going to be no time left. I mean, it's a very humbling experience to go through that, and it's unacceptable, quite honestly. So, and there's nothing we can do about it now other than we better learn from it, everybody. I'm sure it'll be a teach tape for around the league, to be honest with you.
That last part was a real indictment, I thought. But, Jason, what was your read on the answer from LaFleur from your great question?
Totally agree. Yeah, totally agree. I mean, the way he says that with disdain at the end, like I thought first of all, I always want coaches and players to be honest with me. I always appreciate it when they have candor with me. And he was great. I love the start of the answer, and I love the end of the answer, because I thought it was really, really honest. And I love the disdain with which he says it's going to be teach tape throughout the league, because that means what it is, hey, look at these idiots. Look how they screwed this up. We can't be stupid like these guys were. That's exactly what that means. And he's, again, he does a great job of protecting his players. He takes the blame for everything. Like, unseasonably warm temperatures? Yeah, that's on me. I'm causing global warming. He just, and I admire that, but if you take the blame for everything, then you might as well take the blame for nothing, because there are times when it's not your fault, and people need to know that. And I thought he went about it today in a way that I think Jordan Love should know. He should know better, and the expectation will be to not do it again.
Jason, my question is more all-encompassing. What side of the ball concerns you the most right now? Like, there's mental errors on offense, and I'm kind of thinking maybe this defense is not as good as we thought they might have been.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. I know they weren't as good as we thought they were when they played on Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
In fairness, and I probably haven't. I've pointed this out a few times, but not enough. They put up a pretty good fight against the Eagles in the opener on the road, right? Now they had C.D. Lamb for that game, although maybe that hurt them more than it helped them. They are a better offense, Dallas is, than we probably gave them credit for going in. But yeah, look, the way they played the first two games, and that was. And I tried to get at that with LaFleur later on of, you get done with the first two games and you're looking at this team like they're just star-spangled awesome. And quite frankly, some of their players were thinking the same way, according to Xavier McKinney. And now it's like I don't even recognize them, right? Like this defensive performance, and LaFleur's explanation was that he thought it just snowballed. Like they got that first touchdown, and then guys just, I don't know if they panicked or they just forgot their rules, but it just got uglier and uglier. And sometimes that happens in a game. I get that. But, yeah, we thought they were better than they are. And I will say the one thing that should bother Jeff Hafley and the defensive coaches, well, two things. One, like their missed tackling, that was atrocious. And the thing they've been good about in the first three games was everybody rallying to the ball and getting guys down to the ground. But the other part of it that I think they should be bothered by is that LVN and Rashawn Gary seem to benefit from the attention that Micah Parsons had been drawing in the first 3 weeks. And on Sunday night, those guys were on milk cartons. Like they were non-factors. And that is not acceptable. And then the other part of their defense that's frustrating is that, and I don't know if Woolley heard this or whoever cut it up heard this, but I asked LaFleur, in this league you get what you emphasize, and you guys emphasize takeaways like nobody's business, and yet you still only have two. How is that possible? And that's a great question, which is not a compliment. That's I don't have an answer for you, so I need to buy some time in Matt LaFleur parlance. And he never really found the answer. He believes they come in bunches, and they're way overdue for some bunches.
Jason, prior to the season beginning, when Ed Policy took over, he basically said, well, he didn't basically say it. He did say that he's not giving extensions to Brian Gutekunst or Matt LaFleur. Based on how the season's been going for the Packers, who I believe should be 4-0, not 2-1-1 so far in the season, what do you think that Matt LaFleur needs to do? I guess, how far does this team need to go, and how far does Matt LaFleur need to take this team this season in order to secure an extension?
Yeah, Molly, we're just going 1-0 every week here. We're not thinking that far down the line.
Well,
okay,
I am.
Come on. Look, I don't think that's changed, right? I mean, first, they need to make the playoffs. If for some reason, and, Evan Cohen was on our show today, and he made the comment that, we wouldn't entertain the thought of them not making the playoffs, would we? No, I would be stunned now if they didn't make the playoffs. But they could go through catastrophic injuries and not make the playoffs, right? Like San Francisco missed the playoffs last year, and I think it was largely due to injuries. So if that were to happen, again, I don't think that he would fire LaFleur or fire Goody for that matter necessarily. But he would probably give them, I think there's a zone where they get 1-year extensions and 2026 becomes a make or break year for them. And either they get it done and get long-term extensions, or they fall short again. And by getting it done, I'm saying, make the NFC Championship game in 26, make the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl, one of those three things. If they don't do that, let's say they miss the playoffs or check out after losing their opening playoff game this year, they get 1-year extensions, they do the same thing next year. I think there's a good chance both of them they probably say, hey, these guys are good, but we're not good enough. We're going to try something different. Now that's risky because you could end up way worse than what you have right now with those two guys. So I'll be honest, I am not thinking in those terms, not because Matt LaFleur told me not to, but this is a journey. And, if you told me that when the schedule came out that these guys would be 2-1-1, I would have thought that they would have beaten the Browns and the Cowboys, lost to the Lions, and tied the Commanders. And that's not what happened. So when I look ahead to the next 13 games after they get back from the bye, so much can happen that we don't expect that it's hard for me to think about, well, what do they have to do to keep their jobs? I mean, they're making the playoffs. If they don't make the playoffs, Wooly will run around the Capitol building in his underwear.
Oh.
I'm not promising anything.
What, Jason?
He's just
Make
making.
sure you're listening.
Yeah. He heard underwear and he heard his name, and he's like, what's going on?
Look, I thought about doing it when they traded for Micah Parsons. I'm not going to do it for a loss, Jason.
Yeah. Well, hey, I don't know what your dating situation is, but maybe it would change things for you.
Hey, that's a good idea. We should workshop.
Spicy. I would talk to the HR director about this, Molly. We can have a conversation later.
Jason, it seems like
Tough conversational segue here.
right. It seems like nobody wants to. I don't want to say blame Jordan Love, and I'm not even saying Jordan Love should be blamed. But at the end of the Cleveland game, he threw an interception. At the end of the half against Dallas, he took the bad sack with the fumble, bad situational football, and obviously at the end of overtime, bad situational football from Jordan Love. And there is this sort of like, is it the coach or is it the quarterback sort of conversation that's out there? And I view it as a coach raises the floor of a team. And I'm seeing this now that Caleb Williams, by all accounts, better with Ben Johnson than he was last year with Eberflus, and I think that's the coach raising his floor. Now, the QB is the one that raises the ceiling of the team. So, yeah, I guess, do you agree with the idea the coach raises the floor and the QB is the one that raises the ceiling? And is Jordan Love capable of raising the ceiling when he's still making rookie or second-year starters type mistakes in year 6 in the league and year 3 as a starter?
Well, first of all, I would like to say for the record that I love that. That's really good, and I may be forced to steal that at some juncture.
All yours.
About the floor and the ceiling, with no credit whatsoever.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Secondly, there is undeniably a portion of the Packers fan base, because I run into them all the time. And look, I have an awesome relationship with Jordan Love. I'm trying my hand. I don't know if you guys saw on game day. I don't generally watch game day, but I always enjoy the pieces that our teammate Jen Latta does.
Yeah.
And the one that she did on Jeremiah Love was awesome.
So good.
I always watch it. I always watch it on social media because I got a lot of stuff going on. Very busy, right? I'm very busy. And so I'm trying my hand with trying to do something similar for Channel 3 about Love's charity thing with the Love for Cleats deal, right? So I went to the announcement, and so, look, he and I, I don't mean this to be a humble brag. I mean this as evidence that we've got a good relationship. I don't know if the other beat writers have his number, but I do. And so I respect him a ton. I really like him. I have tried to be honest, just like I tried to be honest about his predecessors. And those two guys are Hall of Famers. So there weren't a lot of times where you had to say something negative, right? In fairness.
Yeah.
And I called it like I saw it during training camp while I was sitting in the Stadium Bowl. We were one reporter to each section wearing a mask outside in 85-degree temperatures because of COVID. And he looked bad. And I wasn't the only one who thought that. And then the 2021 training camp wasn't a lot better. And then even 2022 was uneven. So I always tried to be honest. And then he has that phenomenal second half of 23. And then he's near perfect. And if LaFleur hadn't panicked and put him back in the game, he had a perfect passer rating against the Cowboys in that playoff game. And so I praise that because he was awesome. And then, the next week, he was really good until he wasn't. And he threw 2 picks, one on the last play of the third quarter and one in the fourth quarter when they had a chance to go win the game or tie the game. And so I try to criticize him only when it's warranted. is my point.
Mm-hmm.
But what I don't want to do is gloss over and sugarcoat it when there's occasionally reason for criticism. And what I like about him, two things. One, I think I would really like being his teammate. I could not have been Aaron Rodgers' wide receiver. You guys have heard me say that about
Same. Yep.
But I could totally be Jordan Love's because I would really want to do well for him. Not because I was afraid of him getting mad at me, but because I wouldn't want to disappoint him because he believes in me. And so I love the way he leads. And then the other thing I've told you guys I like about him is that he doesn't want you to make excuses for him. He's not, like, I can't tell you how many times Favre and Rodgers would not take ownership of the mistakes they made. I got into a huge argument in the locker room with Favre in 2005 for exactly that. And it was heated. Like, we both were yelling at each other. So my point is that Jordan Love doesn't need your charity to say, oh, no, this was Matt LaFleur's fault. Or my favorite one was after the interception in Cleveland, all these tweets I got. Well, he led them on what would have been the game-winning drive for the field goal, but it got blocked. They had a 40-yard kickoff return. He got a 20-yard pass interference penalty, and then he threw a check down to Tucker Kraft, who had a bunch of yak for an 18-yard gain. Like, let's just call it what it is, right?
Yeah.
And so in this case, he is the field general. He did not do a good enough job of saying, all right, guys, we got to go, let's go. Hey, come on, urgency, we got to go, we got to get this playoff, we're going to run out of time. So, and he should be accurately portrayed as not having done what he needed to do there. That doesn't mean he sucks.
Right.
That doesn't mean I hate him. But you are absolutely right. And I don't know how large this, if it was a pie chart of Packers fan base, I don't know how big that slice is of it's never Jordan's fault, but it's definitely there because I hear from him a lot, and I wish I didn't.
And it is funny because I think we're all on the same page here that Jordan Love is a good quarterback. Nobody's arguing against that. But, I mean, Molly said the Packers should be 4-0, and in my head I'm like, if Jordan Love is peak Aaron Rodgers elite, maybe they are 4-0, but he's good, so they're 2-2. And it's not all on him, but an elite
2-1-1.
2-1-1.
I know.
Keep on saying they're 2-2, but that's not all on him. But if you're elite, you have to be elite is a very high standard, and it's okay for Jordan Love to be good and point out his flaws, and he makes elite throws from time to time. So, Jason, I think you're very fair in your coverage of Jordan Love because I think he's very good. I think Dak Prescott's good, and I think they're very similar players. They almost had the exact same stat line on Sunday.
Yeah, and the thing I said, like Tausch said, if Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback, he never throws that check down to the right to Emmanuel Wilson that puts them in that situation.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And to him, I replied, yeah, the 4-time NFL MVP Aaron Rodgers does it.
Yes.
But the third-year starter Aaron Rodgers might have.
That's fair.
Don't forget that, right?
Yep.
And that's where Jordan is right now.
Jason, great stuff. And look, I got a surprise. I was watching halftime of the Bears-Raiders game, and Jason Wilde was all over my TV previewing what was coming up after the game. So I didn't know Jason did so many TV hits. All of a sudden, I'm just sitting there, and Jason Wilde's all over. They were bouncing around. They're like, hey, I'm John with sports. Let's get out to Jason Wilde. And he did a live shot. I don't know if it was a live shot, but it looked like a live shot from Lambeau. And then they cut around to like the morning news people, and they're all like, join us after the game, and Jason was one of them.
I was actually going to ask that. I was like, was it from Jason's basement? Because that's where you do Wilde and Tausch. What was the background? So I'm glad to hear it was Lambeau. That's cool.
Yeah, I try to do as much of my TV stuff from Lambeau as I can. I need to buy hairspray. I told Paula, she's going to the grocery store. I said, I need hairspray. She's like, hairspray? You don't use hairspray. I said, when I go out to Lambeau, there's wind. And like tonight, watch. If you get a chance, turn on Channel 3 because I look even balder than I am because the wind is blowing in my face, and I look and I gotta start plastering it down, man. I'm gonna look like Dom Capers by the time I'm done.
Well, I think you need to buy something to look like Dom Capers, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I covered him in Miami, and I
spray on hair.
Yeah, that's him and my grandmother, both spray on hair. So, Jason, well, not anymore. She's passed. But Jason, thanks for. I just had to clear that up.
Sorry
Jason,
for your loss.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Thank you.
My grandmother is no longer buying spray on hair because she's dead.
For like 20.
That's where we ended the segment.
Yeah, for like 20 years. Hey, Jason, I just learned yesterday, on Sunday, the best piece of news I got from the Bear game was that William the Refrigerator Perry was still alive. I thought he had passed, and they were tweeting pictures of him like out and about doing Bears events in Vegas. And I was like, wow, what a pleasant surprise. William Perry's still alive. Just
happy Sunday.
Congratulations to the fridge.
Yeah.
On still being alive.
Not dead. Like it was a big moment. I actually warmed my heart a little bit. It was resurrected in my mind. Jason, thank you for coming.
He has risen. He has risen indeed.
I always think of Jesus and the fridge in the same sentence.
Yeah.
All right, guys. This has been a thing.
Yes.
Take care. Be good.
He is risen, and the fridge is refurbished. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
What was I supposed to say?
I don't know. I wanted some validation. I was looking for like a soft reach out. It was like I was trying to reconnect, have a chat with Evan, and I thought I'd get more of like.
You didn't need he wasn't asking my approval. It wasn't.
I was honestly just looking for like
fishing for praise.
Yes, yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, absolutely.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and Wisconsin On Demand. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. Accountability everywhere. Wisconsin football expected to face 3 ranked teams in October. It takes everyone, players and staff, to climb the mountain, according to Barry Alvarez. How Coach would tackle what's ahead.
When you play in some of these games, I tell my coaches, you need to pick your step up. You need to be a little louder. You need to be a little more intense. You got to get ready to play a top 10 team because the players read the coaches. I'd expect the coaches to pick up their tempo. The players would read that.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Every team needs captains and playmakers, and Madison and Dane County Pizza Hut locations are looking for both. They're hiring managers to lead the crew and drivers to deliver big wins and pizzas. Find part-time or full-time roles with flexible hours, plus full benefits for those who work 30 or more hours per week. Whether it's running the huddle or making plays on the road, there's a spot at Pizza Hut for you. Apply today at jobs.pizzahut.com. That's jobs.pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
UW Credit Union presents the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every U. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Dennis Semrau with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Sari Marks.
Hello.
Welcome from Sun Prairie West. When did you fall in love with volleyball?
I started trying it out in like 5th grade, and then about 6th grade I discovered club, and since then I've just kept on going up with it, kept trying to get better, and then with high school starting, it's been a whole new level and it's been really fun.
You look at academics and athletics here. What makes Sun Prairie West special to you?
I'd say my classmates make it really special too, but also the teachers. I've had some really special ones throughout the years. Even my freshman year I took a class, AP Human Geography with Miss Dahlgren, and she still reaches out. She asks us to do like mentoring stuff for the younger grades, and it's been fun to like stay involved in classes that I've took even 3 years ago.
This is Martin Selsaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
No sleep till.
Madison College gives you over 200 programs to choose from across 11 areas of study. That includes associate's degrees, technical diplomas, certificates, and even apprenticeships. The best part, it's the lowest cost per credit tuition in the region. More than 100 programs are fully eligible for financial aid, including Pell Grants. So whether you're starting fresh or building on your skills, you can do it affordably at Madison College. Start your path today at madisoncollege.edu.
She's Molly Brown. I am Jim Rutledge. Matt Hamilton with us. We're in the Everlight Solar Studio. You can stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin App. Primetime Laura Sean behind the glass. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's Carble's Talking Text line. This is more. I had the seal of approval from Jason Wilde with this take that a head coach raises your floor and a elite QB raises your ceiling. So off of that, we asked a side and limited poll question, and Packer fans are in full defense of Jordan Love. Would the Packers be better off with Sean McVay as their head coach or Patrick Mahomes as their QB? 74% of you say Sean McVay as your head coach.
That's insane. If you had Patrick Mahomes, you can win with any coach. You can have Joe Schmo as your freaking coach.
And well,
You're saying you can have Eberflus as your coach?
Okay, if you have Patrick Mahomes, are we talking if you have Patrick Mahomes right now?
Right now with Matt LaFleur, you're winning.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree.
Without a doubt.
Patrick Mahomes is elite.
But
he can win.
On that same note, I mean, granted, back then when Sean McVay had Goff, he took Goff.
But he didn't win the Super. Again, back to an elite
We
QB.
would be happy getting to the Super Bowl right now.
Right, but you'd be happier to have Mahomes and win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't disagree with you. Actually, though, I do have a little beef with you.
Okay.
I gave you my seal of approval on that comment
You did
before
first.
the show.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
Jason Wilde said it, so
Yes.
my gosh.
You did encourage
And
me.
I have so much more hair that when it blows in the wind, it looks better.
Yes,
Where
that is
Jason's
true.
concerned
That's
about
true. And hair is
You don't need fake hair.
And hair is the biggest sign of intelligence.
Yes. Thank you.
Me and Schuster and Wilde dum-dums.
I didn't say it, John.
According to Matt.
I didn't say it, John.
Matt points out John Schuster's bald spot all the time on the show, John, in case you're listening. Any chance you can catch a stray, John Schuster, for your hairline, Matt is sending that stray your way.
Well, there's not many strays on his head at this point. There's not enough.
Nice one, Ryan.
That's
Quiet
Ryan
yourself.
Wollersheim if you want to throw a rock at him. Olympic gold medalist John Schuster. What are you doing? It's a hero. How dare you?
Yeah. Matt Hamilton said it was okay. He
Matt
gave me the seal of
Hamilton's an
approval.
Olympic hero, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we're on the same playing field, Ryan.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? No offense. You are a radio producing hero, but it's different.
I wouldn't go that far.
Jukebox hero? You don't get that reference, do you?
I do. It's a song by
yes.
it was like
The Who.
Jukebox hero.
Wait, no, it's not
Am I
Not
wrong?
the Who. Not the Who.
It was the radio
I'm
on
thinking
TV,
of Pinball
right?
Wizard.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Who sings Jukebox Hero?
That I don't know, but I know it's not the Who.
Yeah, it's not the Who. I know that now too. After I said, I was like, oh, maybe I am a
'Cause
dum-dum.
It's beneath. It's beneath.
Maybe hair is not the defining smart thing.
It is not.
Defining smart thing.
Yeah, I'm just burying myself. Okay,
Quarterback tackler.
Take it away, Jim.
Jukebox Hero is sung by Foreigner.
Foreigner.
Definitely not the Who. It's
Yeah.
kind of
Sing it.
insulting to the Who.
Who?
Jukebox
All of
Hero.
you.
And he's got stars in his eyes right now.
He's a Jew.
You tell me, Jim.
Hero. Yeah. Oh, Jim got it.
We got it. J&K Security Solutions has got your home or business protected with commercial security and commercial fire protection. J&K Security Solutions, locally owned, family owned, veteran owned. J&K Security Solutions. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
At Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction, you won't have to worry about your old lawnmower pulling a hamstring. They make buying and selling easy. Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction is simple, reliable, and unlike your fantasy team this football season, they'll actually deliver. Have equipment taking up space? Let them be your surplus solution. You send it in, they list it, people bid, and you actually win. Bid, buy, sell, and score big today at WisconsinSurplus.com. Because winning isn't just for game day. WisconsinSurplus.com.
Hey, this is Jonathan Blackwell of Wisconsin Badgers basketball. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports and Update brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's premier roofing, siding, and window contractor since 2002. Visit them at ridgetopexteriors.com. The fallout continues from the Packers' 40-40 tie against the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. Head coach Matt LaFleur spoke to the media for the first time since Sunday's historic, second highest scoring tie in NFL history game. He talked about the final play and what it felt like watching as Jordan Love threw a pass that ended with 1 second remaining on the clock.
It was like watching a slow motion car crash in front of your face where I'm just looking at the clock. I'm like, oh my God, there's going to be no time left. It's a very humbling experience to go through that, and it's unacceptable, quite honestly. We better learn from it, everybody. I'm sure it'll be a teach tape for around the league, to be honest with you.
Green Bay Packers reporter and ESPN Wisconsin's own Jason Wilde just appeared on Jim, Matt, and Molly talking about that very topic. Listen back to that appearance all on the all-new ESPN Wisconsin app. Then today, the MLB playoffs started, but the Milwaukee Brewers were idle as they have a bye through the first round of the Wild Card Series. Cubs took Game 1 of their series against the Padres 3-1. Brewers will be playing the winner of that series this Saturday.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or MetroKiaofMadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow. Oh.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other. Jim's an onion. You got to peel back the layers to get to the good part.
He's not just a basic Bears fan.
This is utterly preposterous that I've even heard that. Live from Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. I think I just was way too loud for Coach Barry Alvarez, Molly Brown. So maybe you can help to make sure that we don't have it too loud in his ears. This scared me. Yeah, I do that. I started the show actually more chill than I normally start.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is hour number 2 of Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue. You know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
You just scared me.
I did scare Barry Alvarez yesterday. I have the power in the Everlight Solar Studio alongside Primetime Wollersheim, Molly Brown, and Matt Hamilton. I am Jim Rutledge. Get into the show. 844-770-3776. That's Carbus Talking text line. This is more. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. You also can stream the show on the ESPN Wisconsin app, and you can listen back to hour number 1. Matt, do you want to recap what we talked about in hour number 1?
I can't remember.
I mean,
I just wanted Matt to point.
We're going to gloss over segment 1, which you should go listen to, but it does not need to be brought up again.
What is going on with the hair right now? Oh, my God.
What's wrong with it?
Your
Ryan,
hair looks
please, wait, don't touch it.
Wait.
Don't touch it.
Yes.
Ryan, go to one single shot of
Hey, can we, flock of seagulls type haircut here for
What?
Matt Hamilton?
Screenshot this. What is
can you
going on?
screenshot that, Ryan?
He looks fully like Johnny Bravo, if you guys know that cartoon.
Yes.
Yeah. It's exactly with the black shirt and everything.
Yeah,
honestly.
exactly. I just need the sunglasses.
Oh
Do you
my
think you're
gosh.
as jacked as him?
No.
Oh.
No, Johnny Bravo is all upper body. He skipped leg day, though, and I don't do that.
Savage.
Awesome.
Then we talked to Jason Wilde. Had a great talk. We were comparing, or trying to figure out the blame still between Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love.
What are you laughing about, Molly?
And who did Jason place the blame on?
Jordan Love. He says Matt LaFleur takes the blame too much for him to take that seriously anymore, essentially. Paraphrased.
So I want to get into that in a second here. We did have a couple texts coming through. One, Josh and Madison, which I think a lot of Packer fans are under this this idea that Jordan Love is being held back by Matt LaFleur. And maybe we can ask that as a secondary poll question here. But Josh and Madison says, if you want my humble opinion, I think Jordan Love is losing confidence. LaFleur played 85% of that drive not to lose, and it isn't the first time. That messes with a QB psyche. Matt needs to let him rip. Josh and Madison. He also said, comparing Love to Mahomes and LaFleur to McVay is not fair. We're not comparing them. We're saying we basically picked the best coach we could think of, the best quarterback we could think of.
Coach-quarterback combo.
Yes, and so we just put both of those out there, and then basically we're asking the question, which one is the problem? And I think in this case, Jordan Love is the problem more than LaFleur. And honestly, I'd rather have a great coach because a coach raises your floor because I don't think Jordan Love is that QB raising, that ceiling raising QB. Because a QB can raise your ceiling, a great coach can raise your floor. And if you raise your floor, you can be like McVay with Goff or Shanahan with Brock Purdy, and you're in the Super Bowl. And maybe you don't win it because you run into a great QB like Mahomes.
With a good coach.
But I think you need both. That's just my humble opinion from seeing terrible combinations forever. And I think the worst thing as a fan is feeling like your coach doesn't maximize your quarterback. And I don't feel like that with Matt LaFleur.
I do.
I don't think Matt LaFleur is holding back Jordan Love. I think Jordan Love is holding back Jordan Love.
I don't necessarily know if I would say he's holding him back, but I think this is the year, Molly, we said it. What is it? Year 3 as a starter.
And it's the year that Jordan Love has to prove who he is.
100%. And I don't think Matt LaFleur is giving him the freedom to prove who he is. Like, granted, it could go wrong.
But his Jordan...
He could throw some picks and make a lot of dumb mistakes, and we could find out that he ain't it. But right now, I totally agree with the caller. Like, he's not giving him the opportunity to let him rip because there's a chance that he goes out and plays great when the moment arises. But some of these, I feel like Matt LaFleur's still like protecting him a little bit and maybe not calling the plays he would pick for like a number one. He's giving Jordan Love like, this one's a little easier. This one, we probably won't score a touchdown, but we can stay in field goal range and it'll be fine. So I do think I want to see him sink or swim. Throw him into the deep end and see what happens.
But I feel like if that were to happen, then you're going to complain, and not just you, Packer fans in general, are going to say, why the hell would Matt LaFleur put him in that situation? We'd be upset by it. But also, just going back to your first point, has Jordan Love earned Matt LaFleur's trust in order to be able to do that? Like, just let him do what he wants and let him cook?
Well, it seemed like he did at the end of season 1. That was definitely a let it rip moment, and it seems like
he took the training wheels
off. It seems like he goes back and forth between the protective coach that gives him plays that are safe, and then the guy who's just like, let her rip, Jordan.
844-770-3776. That's the Carpus Talking text line. Less is more. Our second side of the limited poll question is Matt LaFleur holding Jordan Love back?
Ooh, that's going to be a landslide, Jim.
And it's honestly, with all due respect, one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Because it is in Matt LaFleur's interest for Jordan Love to be great.
Right.
It is in Matt LaFleur's interest for Jordan Love to be an elite QB. It looks good on Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur knows that he can go win a Super Bowl with an elite QB. Here is what I think the Packers have told us all along. Elite QB, you go out and spend a lot of money on a running back. Okay, so maybe you don't think he's elite yet because you want to have that great running game, which I think is smart. Like, I think what the Packers have done in their roster building and the way they're handling Jordan Love is smart. They're saying, let's give Jordan Love some speedsters. So Jordan Love could either outthrow them or outthrow the defense, just run down the field and let Matthew Golden run underneath it, or Tyreek Hill style, throw it 4 yards into space and let Golden run.
Or Matthew Golden and Dontavian Woods will both be there.
Very, very true.
Yeah.
But let's give them some speed weapons and let them throw easy into space. And at the end of the game, we'll talk about this again. What was it? What's the term? Ozone?
Ozone is what they use.
It didn't say dump down zone.
It didn't.
Jordan Love had every right. No, Matt LaFleur didn't stop Jordan Love from throwing the ball to the end zone. Like, I think we're looking at this one game and maybe saying the Packers in this one game played a little bit not to lose. Maybe. You're on the road. Your quarterback crapped the bed last week on the road. Maybe Matt LaFleur is a little bit concerned about it. Your quarterback crapped the bed at the end of the half in situational football. So maybe in this specific case, LaFleur's like, yeah, you're in a weird streak right now where you threw a horrible interception against Cleveland and a dumb fumble against Dallas at the half.
Not letting you lose this game.
Yes. But all that being said, Jordan Love had the ozone call, which is throw it to the end zone twice. He threw it out of bounds. Or out of bounds. He dumped it down, did not hustle the team up. Oh, then a whole 2-minute warning, as Matt LaFleur talked about. They were not moving at the pace that they should be moving. So your quarterback, through the entire overtime at the 2-minute warning and a lot into the game, had horrible situational awareness. So I think Jordan Love's holding himself back. I don't think Matt LaFleur is calling, because that's the other thing. I don't know how a coach, and I get in this specific case, there were some dump downs, but at the end of the game, he was called ozone, end zone or out of bounds, how a coach holds a guy back. Because there are routes that allow, he called the route that, now again, Golden and Williams ran into each other. He called plays, the same plays that allowed Jordan Love to pop off. He called trick plays to try to throw the defense off. And so...
Oh, those weren't trick plays. Those were good calls.
They were good calls.
They still were trick plays, but they still can be good calls. I'm not getting into this argument between the two on that one. So,
no, it was me and the texters yesterday. Sorry.
But my point is, the texters, I just don't think they like the sound of your voice, to be fully honest.
Honestly, I don't like the sound of my voice either, so it's fine.
I was more of, they don't like women.
Savage.
I think that specific texter doesn't like women talking about sports, because he went straight to emotions. And so to me, I say, you know what, I'm not listening to that guy anymore.
Yeah.
Back to this. I think Jordan Love is not being held back by Matt LaFleur. I think Jordan Love is at his best, and we've talked about this, Matt, when he is the avatar. The joke of, was it Kevin O'Connell, they were joking that Carson Wentz was good until Kevin O'Connell's controller ran out of batteries. And then he would have. It's the same thing with Jordan Love. Jordan Love's good until Matt LaFleur's controller runs out of batteries at the end of the half and end of the games. Then Jordan Love does something dumb. And I'm not saying Jordan Love's dumb. I think he's a very smart, but I think he gets flustered. And I think in certain moments, panics. And that's not uncommon. Jared Goff panics when he gets pressure because he can't get out of that pressure. And I think Jordan Love panics in the situation. Can he still get better at that? Absolutely. But right now, Matt LaFleur is not holding him back. You don't call play. I don't even know how you call plays to hold a guy back because they are firing it down the field. Last I checked, and maybe the Cleveland game changes, weren't the Packers one of the leaders in air yards, 20 yards down the field, right?
I believe Jordan Love is top 3 right now in average depth of target. It's around like 8.7.
How the bleep is that holding Jordan Love back? That's saying air it out, Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think he's necessarily holding him back, but I do think that there is a trust issue here that Matt LaFleur needs to either fully commit to Jordan Love and call, let's be real. We saw a different Packers offense with Aaron Rodgers. And I'm not saying that Jordan Love can handle the offense that Aaron Rodgers was running. Mm-hmm. But at some point, you got to treat this guy like he is established in this league and find out exactly what you have out of him. Because you got hampered a little bit at last year with with 2 games out with injury and then a lingering injury that seemed to affect the way he made some decisions, whether it was run. Obviously he couldn't, so he'd throw it away or try and make a throw. I like where he's progressing. Like he's taken off with his legs a little bit this year. He's showing that there's some situational awareness, but like at some point you got to give him the keys of the Ferrari and see how he does on the track. And I don't think he's quite doing that yet.
I think I'll give you this. Maybe at the end of the games, he puts the governor on the Ferrari. But I think the keys are given to the Ferrari the rest of the game.
Yeah.
But
the end of the game, too, that's where it matters. And you talk about with quarterbacks who are good, you give them speedsters, and then you give them a running back. When you're in the red zone, there's no room for those speedsters to beat someone over the top.
But in the red zone, he was given the opportunity to go end zone or out of bounds, and he dumped it down.
Yeah, and he made a dumb play.
I think every once in a while it's not a punishment, but like, hey, you know what, Jordan? Not this game. You don't get the trust in this game.
Yeah.
You don't get to lose this one.
Matt, tell us about Odyssey.
Odyssey is absolutely fantastic. It's a locally made product down in Monroe by award-winning cheesemakers. But don't take my word for it. There's tons of people that have had Delicious Odyssey because it's nationwide. Everybody's got it. It's made with 10 gallons of locally sourced Wisconsin milk. Like I said, by award-winning cheesemakers. They got fantastic flavors from peppercorn, Mediterranean herb. They've got smoked feta. The sweet heat is just fantastic on pizza. So if you're looking to get your Greek on, look no further than Odyssey Feta.
He's Matt Hamilton. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
For a man's curly chest hair, talk of me. Sure is.
I told you. Jim's is like salt and pepper color.
Yeah.
It's saltier than it is peppery.
Yes, the part that shows is more salt than pepper. But in general, it's salt and pepper in general.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Thinking about going electric? Now is the perfect time at Zimbrick Chevrolet. When you purchase a qualifying new EV vehicle, you could get up to $7,500 for eligible buyers from a federal clean vehicle tax credit. Don't wait, act now, because this tax credit is only available until September 30th. And once you buy your EV, Zimbrick Chevy will take care of you with their certified EV service and top off your charge. Never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
It takes a team to meet just about any goal, and that's as true on the football field as it is in the office. So it's good to know that you have the Gordon Flesh Company on your side. For more than 60 years, GFC has provided cutting-edge office technology for companies of all sizes, and as the nation's largest Canon dealer, GFC delivers the latest office technology, serviced, and is supported by the most experienced professionals in the industry. That's business technology managed. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
Liberty Station American Tavern and Smokehouse isn't just a barbecue restaurant. Open daily for lunch and dinner, Liberty Station serves American comfort food with regional touches using many locally sourced ingredients. The bar at Liberty Station offers vintage cocktails created in a classic style, local craft beers, plus a wide array of wine options. And be sure to check out their sprawling patio with an indoor and outdoor porch area. Liberty Station, conveniently located just off the Beltline on Rimrock Road.
Bring your family out to the next Forward Madison FC game. Their family special, sponsored by Madison Gas and Electric, is the perfect budget-friendly option for any families to enjoy professional soccer in Madison. For just $21, get your game ticket, plus a meal and scarf. Get your family together and come cheer on the Mingos as they make their playoff push. Head to ForwardMadisonFC.com to learn more and get your tickets today. That's ForwardMadisonFC.com.
This is Martin Sesaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Molly continues live from the Everlight Solar Studio. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown and Matt Hamilton. Primetime or Sean behind the glass. Get into the show 844-770-3776. That's the Carbos Talking text line. This is more. And you can chime in on our Siding Unlimited poll questions. Our second one is, do you think Matt LaFleur is holding Jordan Love back? Molly?
I go back and forth. To me, I think I said this yesterday, but to me it just feels like, is it the chicken or the egg? Which one came first? Like, I don't know if, does Matt LaFleur slightly hold Jordan Love back and change his play calling because he doesn't necessarily trust him, but yet Jordan Love has done things to cause Matt LaFleur to not trust him, but also at the same time, how does Matt LaFleur give Jordan Love the opportunity to prove himself to him? Like, I don't know how to answer this. I feel like there's a million different ways to think about it, but at this point, yes, I feel like Matt LaFleur does play conservative, but I also feel like he kind of did that with Aaron Rodgers too at different points because I think he gets scared.
Rip Runner chimes in, guys, they scored 40 points and Love had 330 yards and 3 TDs. He made a bad decision at the end of the game, but no way is LaFleur holding him back. I agree with Jim. Worth noting that Caleb Williams had a higher QB rating, so did Russell Wilson have a higher QB rating. Caleb threw for more touchdowns. Russell threw for as many touchdowns, and Russell threw for more yards. So
but we didn't go into that game saying that he had to be the top dog to prove that he's the best one out of the three.
I'm saying that Jordan Love continues to prove that he's a good quarterback, even very good quarterback. But an elite quarterback, if he was one, is 4-0.
Yes.
And that's the discussion we're having. And the discussion we're having is Matt LaFleur holding Jordan Love back from being elite? And I think that answer is unequivocally no. I think that Jordan Love has the opportunities. And again, I go back to the end of that game. It was O-zone, end zone or out of bounds. And he threw a check down.
Mm-hmm.
That is on him.
Mm-hmm.
You could go through the game. You could go through all these games for every quarterback, but you can go through the games and we don't know if Jordan Love is missing receivers down the field. Is he checking down too early because the Cowboys were blitzing and he just wanted to get the ball out of his hands? Is he rushing the throws? Like, I guarantee, the Josh Jacobs screen, I believe, in overtime, and yeah, there were handoffs there, but they were moving the ball on the ground, too. Like, the handoffs were not just perfunctory handoffs where you're like, oh,
you're trying to get to the right hash mark or something, right?
Or just like, we're just going to do it because we're going to do it. It's to set up the play action. It was, hey, this is being successful. And then,
it's going to run clock, so Dallas doesn't get the ball back with time on it.
So it was a successful play that was happening, and the swing they got down into striking distance with plenty of time. They just didn't handle that time well. Like the swing pass to Wilson, I'm sure that was not the design play because you saw Jordan Love. Maybe it was a play where he's supposed to look down the field and then throw it to the left, but I'm guessing either he didn't pull the trigger or didn't like what he saw and then decided to throw.
I believe what Matt LaFleur said after the game was that they basically called like full forwards to the end zone. Everyone run to the end zone and find somebody you like. And then all of that was covered, so he just did the automatic check down.
And you're doing you're talking about the end of the last play.
Yes, the one where he checked it down to Emmanuel Wilson.
Right.
The one where he should have gone O-zone, end zone, or out of bounds.
Exactly. But earlier in the game, in that same overtime, they had a big play.
It was almost like a backwards pass.
Yes.
It wasn't
to Wilson,
quite.
And Wilson kind of missed a couple tackles.
He had booted to the left, and Wilson was out there, and he looked downfield, and then it almost like
when he was running
downfield?
Yeah.
Yes. When he was running downfield and he threw it back.
No, that's a different one. This was in overtime. It was a pretty big play for the Packers. It was
I think Wilson got like 16 yards on that.
Yeah, that might have been their biggest play of that drive.
Yeah, I know that there was a few plays where, especially when he hit Josh Jacobs and Wilson in the flats like that, there were some big gains by going
that's
that route.
Usually not designed. It's usually something that is like that's your check down. So again, there are plays designed to let it rip, and he's not doing it. And I'm not saying again, Jordan Love's a good quarterback. Like again, I put him in the Dak Prescott, Jared Goff world, and I think both those guys are good quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
So one of those things where I am just not going to have the argument that he's not good. He's good. He's somewhere between 8th and 12th best quarterback in the league. Maybe, and he can make some of the throws that only a few guys can make, but the consistency is where it's lacking for him, in my opinion.
Sometimes, like in I don't want to say like in the margins, but it's almost like some of the fundamentals are being forgotten or overlooked. You know, like ozone play. Fundamentally, you are throwing that to a guy in the end zone or out the back. Period. Those are your only options. And he just kind of like forgot it and checked it down, and it blew a bunch of time off the clock.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where you like win, is in the margins. At like this level of in the NFL, all these guys are relatively good. It's who doesn't make any mental errors and who can make teams pay every time when they make mental errors. That's where Aaron Rodgers was super good. That's where Tom Brady was amazing. Tom Brady didn't make mental errors on the field. Very rarely.
So this one it's not meant to trigger. But
I'm already triggered. Just saying that has got me on edge.
Because he's better than this player. That's why I'm saying that it's 2.0. But it's a little bit of Jay Cutler 2.0. Threw a lot of touchdowns, threw some just boneheaded interceptions, but also threw some of the Jay Cutler's
like
best ball.
Plenty of wild throws.
Yeah, was right there with Aaron Rodgers' best ball. The difference between the two was that Aaron Rodgers was far more consistent and didn't put the ball in harm's way. Anywhere close to, whether it's fumbles or interceptions, with Jay Cutler. But Jay Cutler threw for a lot of yards, 66%. Now, this is a different era, too, because his last peak season was 2014, 28 touchdowns, 18 interceptions.
So in your mind, is Jay Cutler a good quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, he was the best quarterback in my lifetime for the Bears. So
Jay, not saying for Bears. I'm saying in general.
I would say Jay Cutler's a quarterback you could win with and not because of. And they got all the way to the NFC Championship game, and who knows what happens if he finishes it. They probably still lose. I'm not trying to negate the Packers, but he lost to Aaron Rodgers there. Mm-hmm. And he won. I mean, he was with Chicago above 500 quarterback, and he won the division a couple times and won a few playoff games. So it's not a rip on Jordan Love. But when you say, oh, he's got a little Brett Favre in him, there's one Brett Favre, and it was a different era.
Yeah.
You know who had a little Brett Favre in him is Jay Cutler.
Mm-hmm.
And Jay Cutler was good, not great, because there's only one Brett Favre. There's only one guy who had that 5% more arm strength to be able to pull off the throws that Jay couldn't pull off. You know, and like that's where
that like grittiness to just go out and win.
Yes, exactly. Whatever it is,
Yeah.
There's some sort of magic dust on Brett Favre, the football player, not the person, but the football player. There was magic dust on him, and Aaron Rodgers didn't play like that. But Jordan Love plays more to the I trust my arm, I'm going to let it rip because I can.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think of Charles Woodson. We just waited for
But
Jay to throw it to us.
Do you think he's doing that if he's checking down all the time, though?
But,
especially in those big moments when he's not even supposed to be?
I get what you're, but it's still the bad decision. The bad decision was still to check down.
Okay.
And, yeah, it's not a direct apples to apples, but I always maintain, like, by all accounts, everyone said Cutler was super smart. Cutler put in all the work, was all those things. And then every once in a while in the game, he would just do something. And Charles Woodson, the one that said it, we just waited for Jay to throw the ball to us one time. And I think a lot of teams wait for Jordan Love to make that one mistake. And that cover two defense, now he did eat it up chunk yardage-wise, but that cover two defense forces you to constantly have to make the checkdowns and not go for the big throw and not take the big swing because it's designed to take advantage of someone who gets impatient. Otherwise, it's like just take these free yards.
Do you feel like he was impatient in this Cowboys game? Did he show that in this game specifically?
I would say that specifically in this game, he was flustered because he made dumb decisions. And maybe that was him being impatient because he couldn't make the throw he wanted to make. But taking the sack at the end of the half. Now the fumble is the part that's, like hold on, have better ball security. But at the end of the half, you have to know can't take the sack, can't lose the ball. Yeah. And that turned the game.
I would take the sack given knowing what we know now and the result. I'd have taken a sack.
Yep.
Right, but I mean, it's the whole thing. So
but that's what the smart player would have done. Right. Like if he can't get rid of it without risking the ball, he would have taken the sack.
Right. Or get it out of your hands faster against situational football. And then at the end of the overtime there, situational football, you don't do what you're coached to do for the last 6 years.
Can you think of an example of a quarterback who was like this, who was just good, like,
between the 20s, good in the regular season, and then eventually took the jump to like really improving in the margins, and then took that leap into being a really good quarterback.
Goff.
But Goff is he elite?
Yeah, we've had this conversation.
He
before.
made a serious jump when he got to the Lions, figured out the offense. It took a year or two, but look what the Lions have done. Granted, he might not be an elite quarterback, but that team has played at an elite level, and he doesn't make dumb mistakes anymore. Goff doesn't do that.
You're
Goff
right. He's
does
improved.
what he's supposed to.
Yeah.
He throws for a ton of yards. He's
If Jordan Love was
extremely
Jared Goff,
efficient
we'd all
with
be
it.
happy.
I'm just saying he's super efficient. He made a jump.
So he always was. It was the touchdowns that have jumped for him because.
And the situational stuff too.
Right.
I mean, think about
I'm-
that Ravens game when it was 4th and 1, and they ran a play action, and they trusted him to throw the pass to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Would you trust Jordan Love
That's true.
to do that same thing?
I'm just looking statistically. Like 20-13 was his last year with the Rams. 19-8 for touchdown interception ratio. Always a much higher completion percentage guy. But then it went 29-7, 30-12, 37-12, and this year's 9-2. So that's honestly very similar numbers to Jordan Love. But he's gotten better because last year the 12 interceptions through 5-1 game, but they still won. Did they win that game or
was it 5 in that game?
I believe it was 5.
I think it was 4. The Texans game. I believe he's and CJ Stroud combined for like double-digit interceptions in that game. It was truly marvelous to watch.
So you want a quarterback that got better in the margins
5
over his career?
5.
How about
he had a lot of interceptions last year.
That's a good
Then he
example.
calmed
though.
down.
How about
What'd you
Kurt
say?
Warner?
Well, Kirk didn't. He was terrible, and then he showed up, and he was
know.
great, and then he was.
Kurt Warner is a Hall of Famer.
I'm too young.
But then he was great again later in his career.
Oh, you're saying like
Yeah,
he
for the
kind of came
Cardinals.
back.
That's what
to
I'm
it.
saying. Is the guy he like figured it out and realized like if I just win in the margins, he made it to a Super Bowl. If Santonio Holmes doesn't toe tap, he wins a Super Bowl.
Another
with
Super Bowl,
Larry
yeah.
Fitz.
Stupid Steelers.
Yeah, another Super Bowl there. That's a good one too. Jared Goff's a good one. Also, they're very similar players. Obviously, Jordan.
Too young for that. Shut up, Ryan.
Kurt Warner? Yeah, dude, I'm
no,
too young.
you remember his career with
I
the
remember when he was
Cardinals.
with the Cardinals.
Yeah, I don't remember him as a
I don't
as
remember
a Ram.
a single thing.
You don't
about
remember the
Rams
greatest
career.
show on turf?
No, I don't either.
I was 2 or 3, I want to say.
Marshall Falk. Isaac
Well, and the
Bruce.
wild thing was
I know
that
who he
Trent-
is.
So I mean, did you guys? I didn't watch the movie because I refused to watch.
I did actually.
I did not.
The Kurt Warner movie.
didn't want to
can't-
watch.
I
It looked
can't.
so cringe.
So
It's
what
so corny,
what
it
I'll
looked
say
like.
about that movie, it is incredibly corny. It's exactly what you think it is
And
when
that
you watch
actor
the
is-
trailers.
I can't handle him. He's
Zach-
so annoying.
Not Zach Braff. Oh, but I know who you mean. Yes,
Yeah.
the actor.
Yeah.
That movie has some of the greatest football sequences, like
Okay.
on field of like actual gameplay that I've seen in a movie. That
Have you
was
seen
really
Any Given
impre-
Sunday?
Any Given Sunday, I don't think is that good. It's a lot of like jump.
Crash take.
It's a lot of like jump takes to me, especially the football in that movie.
I believe
It was also from 19.
Exactly
It
because
was
it's
very. I think it was lauded in Friday Night Lights too. It
at
was
the
great
time
football.
it was.
Yes.
But if you watch this one, this
But I
Kurt
have to
Warner
watch
movie,
Zach Levy play, act.
yeah, well, you can skip past that part. I'm talking about like,
He's from Shazam.
he
That's
is
how
from
I know
Sh-
him.
He is good.
Yeah.
In Shazam.
I had to Google him.
But the actual scenes and the sequences of like where it's just like the camera shots, it looks like you're watching just an NFL game. It's pretty good. It's
Okay.
really good.
Yeah, I don't.
But that's
I-
the only good part of the movie.
I don't think I can handle the messaging and Zach Levy in it. So, but
it's a bit much.
The story of Kurt Warner is pretty crazy because like Trent Green was the guy they signed to run this thing, and he blows out his knee, and you're like, the season's over. And it'd be like Malik Willis with the Packers last year, but throwing like 4 touchdowns a game.
It is also
for the whole
That
year,
is
winning a
crazy.
Super Bowl and then becoming a Hall of Famer. Like
Yeah.
it was.
It's crazy in that movie. They show the scene where he goes to Packers training camp, and after 2 days, John Gruden cuts him.
Yeah.
That scene is also just like a wow.
And that scene is in there, and this is a credit to the Packers, 100% because it's the Packers. If that happened with like the Cardinals, I don't know if it's there. Like you just
Maybe.
And I don't.
America's
that's
team.
a credit. Like right
Cardinals?
No,
I'm kidding.
the Packers.
I know.
Canopy Wealth Management is an independent fee-based firm specializing in customized investment portfolio management, tax-aware wealth planning, and personalized client service. Their local professional team brings over 90 years of collective experience to guide their clients through life's transitions. As a fiduciary, they honor their ethical duty to put their clients' best interests first while committing to full transparency in all they do. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity isn't just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started with them today. That's canopy-wealth.com. It's Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
The power of friendship has spawned a memorable baseball season in Milwaukee. When you choose to work with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the relationship is more than what feels like having a friend. Pella honors trust and commitment on your behalf, before, during, and after the sale. And with this month's incredible deal, Gina Della from Pella is here to share why you shouldn't wait to order new windows and doors.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 9/30/2025.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
Huge savings on Dell AI PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors are here, and they're newly designed to help you do more faster. They can generate code, edit images, multitask without lag, draft emails, summarize documents, create live translations, and even extend your battery life. That's the power of Dell AI with Intel Inside. Upgrade today by visiting Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
The search for luxury begins at Audi Madison. Save $5,500 when you purchase or lease a new 2025 Audi Q7 55. National customer credit is good toward the purchase, finance, or lease of a new Audi, but is only available until September 30th. Stop in and test drive today. Check out AudiMadison.com to see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
UW Credit Union presents the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Dennis Semra with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Sari Marks.
Hello.
Welcome from Sun Prairie West. When did you fall in love with volleyball?
I started trying it out in like 5th grade, and then about 6th grade I discovered club, and since then I've just kept on going up with it, kept trying to get better, and then with high school starting, it's been a whole new level and it's been really fun.
When you look at academics and athletics here, what makes Sun Prairie West special to you?
I'd say my classmates make it really special too, but also the teachers. I've had some really special ones throughout the years. Even my freshman year I took a class, AP Human Geography with Miss Dahlgren, and she still reaches out. She asks us to do like mentoring stuff for the undergrades, and it's been fun to like stay involved in classes that I've took even 3 years ago.
Looking to transform your home with stylish furniture and home accessories without breaking the bank? At your local IKEA in Oak Creek, they believe everyone deserves a beautiful and affordable living experience that enhances your everyday life. From comfortable and fashionable sofas and sectionals, to kitchens full of inspiration, to bedrooms designed to help you find your best sleep and relaxation, IKEA's home furnishing combines form and function to fit any lifestyle and budget. Visit IKEA Oak Creek today or explore their collection online at ikea.com/US.
This is Martin Selsaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Millions of dollars are won every single weekend at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Go be a winner and go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown, Matt Hamilton, Primetime War, Sean behind the glass. Matt, after this, we're going to throw the stone you were just throwing during the commercial break. All right.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Some takes are cooler than others.
You know this kid is as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Some opinions are just cooler than the rest.
That was cooler than being cool.
And if you keep it chill, then it's a cold take.
Chill out. I'm chill. I'm chill as a cucumber, man.
I'm always the coldest.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's chillest Kia dealership.
All right, it is time to throw stones. Matt, you don't have to go to full details, but you had an interesting take on...
Oh, come on, Matt. Give us the full details.
I'll
the dirty, gritty details.
I'll give you guys to where you can make an informed opinion of your own. So, we look at professional sports across the board, especially in football. There's fantasy football. Everyone's ranked. Like, who's the best player? Like, this year it was Saquon Barkley or Jamar Chase for, like, the top picks overall. My issue is you look at a lot of other professions in this world, regular old professions, and you just kind of take them. They're professionals, right? Like, I trust them. They're a professional. Where is the like ranking system? Like, if you get a carpenter to come work at your house, how do I know I didn't get the Marcus Mariota carpenter when I wanted Patrick Mahomes to be my carpenter?
Yeah.
So, like, I just think it's funny. Like, everybody is so critical of athletes, which at the end of the day, the sport really doesn't affect you. But when you hire somebody to do something, or you're getting something done, a dentist or a doctor, you want the Patrick Mahomes. But sometimes you're just kind of given what you got. Maybe there isn't a Patrick Mahomes in the state of Wisconsin. But you're not traveling to go get it.
A Patrick Mahomes dentist?
Yeah.
Not the entire state?
But
maybe not.
But you got to scout. You use your resources.
Okay, but what if you find out
referrals.
there isn't that, like, they're all mid in your area?
Well, then you go with the best mid one you can get. The best Dak Prescott you can get.
Yeah.
The best Jordan Love you can get. That's what you do. You read reviews. You get
But how do you know some of
decision
the-
from other people.
Okay. I also have a question for you. How often do you write a review?
I never.
Okay.
Are they paying
Karens
me to
write
write a
reviews.
review? Then no.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
The people that write reviews, I
Karens?
don't always necessarily trust the people that write reviews.
See, I typically do because I don't think anybody's going to waste their time unless they had either a really bad experience or a really great experience.
So how do you find who's mid? They have equal good and bad. There's nobody like, hey, did a pretty good job, but there's a little gap in my floorboard, but it's not really that big a deal. It doesn't affect me in my daily life.
But then they would take a picture and they would post the gap in their floorboard, and then you'd be like,
No,
I don't
that's-
really want gaps in my floorboard, so I'm not going to go with them.
Yeah,
They didn't like
I
the flooring
guess.
set.
It's not ranked the same. And I don't think anyone consciously thinks about like a dentist the same as they do about a football player and wondering.
Well, why the hell would I
especially-
think about a dentist in the same way that I think about a football player?
Well, as far as who's better,
That's the real
we
question.
all
This is
look
wild
at
that this came to your mind.
we look at football players, and the second you get two listed in front of you, you try to decide which one's better than the other.
Have you ever heard of...
You go to a dental practice and you see two doctors, you don't say, I wonder which one of these is better. You're like, I hope someone can get in to help me with this root canal because my tooth is killing me.
So would you rather be able to see the film, see all the people who they worked on before, just all their teeth lined up on
See
the
their
wall,
results?
photos?
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
that's
I don't
Just
why,
know.
like,
as you walk down the hallway?
That's why a lot of places will post their results, like med spas, like Carbon World Health. They'll post what their results will look like because they like to show that.
So
And
Molly
if you're
Brown.
looking to get
So
a
they're the
hydration gel,
Patrick Mahomes
head over to
of,
Carbon World Health like me.
Yeah, they're the Carbon World Health of self-wellness.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just say the Carbon World Health?
I meant to
I don't
say
know
the
what they
Patrick
meant.
Mahomes of
Yeah,
self-wellness.
yeah. That's what I was inferring.
I thought he was trying to set you up to talk about Carbon World
No,
Health.
I mean I think
Patrick-
they were, but go ahead, Patrick.
Patrick Mahomes is the Carbon World Health of the NFL. That's
Dr.
what he-
Nestor Rodriguez is the. I almost said the Carbon World Health is the Patrick Mahomes of health and wellness.
There you go.
I don't know who Patrick is.
There you go.
But you should know who Dr. Ness
You
Rodriguez
should know
is.
who Dr. Nestor Rodriguez is. And if you're looking to get started on your health and wellness journey, then you need to head over to Carbon World Health. They have their brand new location in the Prairie Lake Shopping Center. They have everything you can imagine from laser treatments, injectables, body contouring, hydrofacials, vitamin drips, so just everything, so much more. Everything that you can get at a med spa. So head over to Carbon World Health today to get started on your health and wellness journey. This is Jim, Matt, Molly, presented.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Matt, you I don't mean this in a mean way, but you kind of look like your dog.
Moose is a handsome dog. So
beautiful
no
dog.
offense taken. No offense taken at all.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
I was really anxious about college and felt overwhelmed at choosing one, but I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. One tour of Madison College campus was all it took. The campus environment is amazing, so welcoming and friendly, and everyone is really supportive. My advice? See this campus for yourself. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about the delicious Odyssey Brands, a family-owned company crafting award-winning cheese right here in Wisconsin for over 4 generations. Made with locally sourced milk, Odyssey brings bold, Greek-style flavors straight to your table. From savory, crumbly feta to rich and creamy Greek yogurt, every bite is a taste of tradition and quality. You can find Odyssey products at most major retailers nationwide and online. Odyssey, crafted in Wisconsin, loved everywhere, dairy done right.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
The people have spoken, and the results are undeniable. Ridgetop Exteriors has added to our dozens of awards by sweeping a recent People's Choice Awards, taking home Best Roofing, Best Siding, Best Windows, and Best Overall Home Improvement Company. That's not just winning, that's setting the standard. Bo here with Ridgetop Exteriors. At Ridgetop Exteriors, we deliver with expert craftsmanship, top quality materials, and customer service that keeps area homeowners coming back project after project.
Oh, the guys from Ridgetop Exteriors are here.
The message is loud and clear. You want the best, you call Ridgetop. 4 categories, 4 wins, 1 name. Ridgetop Exteriors, the undisputed champion and your only choice for home exteriors. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com to experience the difference today. That's ridgetopexteriors.com, your People's Choice Award winners.
Ridgetop Exteriors is the place for you.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
Is your computer so slow you can hardly use it? Does it have blue screens, malware, viruses, reboots, hardware crashes? Sound familiar? Computers will have problems, and when they do, you need the computer experts at Madison Computer Works. Every day we help home users and businesses keep their computers and networks running smoothly. For solutions to your computer problems, call the pros at 231-8000, and we'll turn this into this. Madison Computer Works, computers that work for you.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Game day starts on Regent Street. Fuel up before every Wisconsin football home game at the Monster Energy tent. Grab free samples, snag some Monster gear, and get your energy up before kickoff. The best football pregame start with Monster Energy.
This is Martin Sessaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
He's coming up, 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 he's coming up. It's there.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. With Molly, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
I'm Jim Rutledge. I have the power in the Everlight Solar Studio alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown. I got Primetime Laura Shine behind the glass. Get into the show, 844-770-3776.
better question than our last poll question. Is Jim Rutledge holding Matt Hamilton back?
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I don't get to lead the show. Maybe I could be a really
But
good
maybe
lead.
that's because you haven't earned his trust yet.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the Jordan Love to your Matt LaFleur.
All right.
Take the training wheels off, bro.
All right. Have at it, Matt Hamilton.
No, not yet.
Give us a talk and text line, actually, Matt. Tell us it.
I don't even know how to access the talk
what's
and
the
text.
number?
844-770-3776. That's your way into the show.
Good job. JJ and Poinette on the Car was talking text line.
Yeah, on
said,
the Car was talking text
going
line.
Going back to our throwing stones last segment, he said the standard definition of talent and experience in most professions is so much smaller than in sports and entertainment. Longevity is the best measure of professional quality. Nobody stays in business very long if they suck.
Thank you very much. That answers that. I'll do my dentist draft with my friends later this month.
A fantasy dentist draft?
Yeah, exactly.
Take us into Wednesday, my friends.
This has been Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, people. See ya.
You just scared me.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and